This has that passing of the guard kind of feeling. Desiree Ficker, you just passed a Hall of Famer in the Ironman. Now, Bodman has never finished out of the top 2 positions in her Ironman career, but that might be happening. It's a double dose of reality for Bodman. She's passed by Gina Kerr. Meanwhile, the men's race has dropped the defending champion. It's come down to a 2-man showdown.
Norman Stadler, Germany.
Chris McCormack, Australia. I am a professional triathlete. This is my 4th Ironman.
I'm a former world champion.
A win comes about by making a gutsy move in the critical point of a race, and sometimes people aren't prepared to do that. And you have to be prepared to take that move, make it, and pay the ultimate price if you don't. If it's not the right move, and I'm prepared to do that.
Time is running out. No move. Time is running out. No move. Time is running out. No move.
You watching this?
It's a race to crown a world champion. And it's a 2-man show. Two men who, for the last time, get a chance to look each other in the eye. Check the clock and decide what's possible. When this marathon began, Chris McCormack was down 10 minutes to Norman Stadler. Now it's 4.5. "23 miles into the race, the deficit continues to fall, but an added opponent is the legendary heat of the late afternoon on the Big Island of Hawaii. It's time to do the math. McCormack is now 2:50 behind. He needs to be 35 seconds faster in each of the remaining miles to finish side by side with the German. McCormack's mile pace is 6:25. Stadler's is 7:11. Stadler's not slow, but the Aussie is fast. .2 miles to go. McCormack is 90 seconds behind. He can see the chopper above Stadler, and he can probably see Stadler himself. Still, he seems confident as he returns to town. McCormack clearly is giving everything. Winning this race for a pro is a career changer. On the final descent, Stadler hears a coach's pleadings. The difference is a little over a minute. Lava sounds hot, and it is. McKeely Jones is still in front of the women's race, and comfortably so. But there is nothing comfortable about the environment. Everybody is paying back for the good conditions earlier in the day. Her lead is over 5 minutes. Pursuers include American Desiree Ficker, who is actually running a faster marathon pace than Jones. Her coach is 3-time Ironman champion Peter Reed. But Reed can talk for hours about the heat of this place and not get the message accurately across. It's something you have to feel to believe.
It's oppressive. The heat and humidity here is just, I live in Austin, Texas, and it's much, much worse. And people always talk about, how hot and humid it is there, but You know, it can be pretty brutal. There are times out on the run where you wish that there was one long continuing aid station, you know, providing you ice and water. Even though they have an aid station every mile giving you ice and water, it's amazing how long those miles can seem in between because it can be so hot.
Eventually, you pay, and Desiree Ficker does. On the Queen K Highway, Gina Kerr arrives as if officially announcing a return to the game. A one-time 7th-place finisher here, she's returning from having a baby and a collision with a mountain biker. It's a good news, bad news, good news kind of thing. Way back at the bike-to-run transition, Iraq veteran Major David Roselle is about to experience what it's like to run 26.2 miles on his replaced foot. Funny thing, without the prosthetic, he'd never even be here.
Yeah, if I hadn't had this traumatic injury, man, there's no way I'd do Ironman. I mean, I'm a rugby player. You know, if triathletes could make it in the same bar that I made into, you know, we would have given nothing but a hard time to the skinny little fellas that couldn't carry a rugby ball on the pitch. So, yeah, I mean, I'm in a different sport. I'm hanging out with guys that, you know, shave their legs and arms and stuff, and wear spandex and talk about which fibers work better in water and eat tofu. You know, it's a different world.
Mark Harriman's dream of winning the hand cycle division is alive. As he leaves T2, he knows a win today, he's retiring and moving on. All the everymen are starting to trickle in as well. First-year competitor Brian Breen made the bike cutoff. Now, he faces a late afternoon marathon, all in the name of John Blaze. Norman Stadler has methodically made it into town. The finish line is slowly approaching. But Chris McCormack isn't doing anything slowly. He knows the time for patience is long gone.
Timex salutes Norman Stadler and McKaylee Jones for winning both Timex watch bonuses on the bike and the run.
In the past, Kona has smacked Chris McCormack around, and hard. But this day he's fighting back, conquering the island and the race. He's made up over 9 minutes over the course of this marathon. Unfortunately, he needed to make up over 10 to catch Norman Stadler. For Stadler, it's his second time. Officially, the separation is 1 minute 11 seconds, one of the top 3 closest finishes in the history of the race. As always, there is sportsmanship and respect.
McCormack, he did such a great race today, and I was scared in the end, but you know, I won by 1.5 minutes.
Last year's champion Faris Al Sultan is next. Stadler is there for him too, waiting 7 minutes and 8